Hello, welcome to Astro Tarot. My name is Holly, and today we are looking at the energy, the vibe for the Aquarius last quarter moon on April 23rd, 2022. So we started out this lunar cycle in Aries, but when the sun was in Aries, and now the sun has moved into Taurus. So the energy has gone from this headstrong, want to move forward, and we had a lot of pushback over the month, but there's that wanting to push through to, hey, whoa, things are kind of nice around here. We went from fire to earth, and this is a very sensual time. We have flowers blooming, the air smells good. There's this energy is like, let's slow down and smell the roses, or if we're in the southern hemisphere, let's look at the leaves changing. You know, this is just, it's that time where it's just really, really nice to be on the physical plane and enjoying the beauty of Earth. And food as well. Taurus loves food. And, you know, Taurus is ruled by Venus. So Taurus is what we value, beauty, love, wanting to be valued. So it's like, this is a great time to be sort of reviewing and assessing those things. Last quarter moon is also when we start to look at what it is we're harvesting from the new moon, the intentions we put out during the new moon. So the questions are, what am I harvesting? What projects am I wrapping up? Where have I made mistakes? And where have I not fessed up? Where can I take responsibility? There's always sort of this little bit of responsibility, right? What would I like to continue to focus on? So that is sort of, those are the questions during the last quarter moon. And the last quarter is that closing square to the April 1st new moon. And also on a larger cycle from the lunar gestational cycles that I mention, if we go back to January 24th, 2020 on these like this bigger cycle, what were you doing? What were the intentions you were setting? What were you like kind of starting? This is when we had the Aquarius new moon that's connected to this cycle. So you can look at April 1st, 2020 and April 1st, 2022, excuse me, and January 24th, 2020. You have the smaller cycle and then this larger cycle. The quarters are, so it's a closing square. So there's always like a little bit of tension, a little bit of friction, that kind of gets us stirred up a little bit. And, you know, I really my feeling is right now that you know, a little bit of friction is actually kind of nice, right? Otherwise we just be floating around, nothing happening, just kind of like experiencing nothingness, right? So the cards I pulled were the Four of Swords reversed and the World reversed, which is 21 in the major arcana. Ooh, thunder. I don't know if you guys can hear that. It just cracked, thunder. So we'll take a look at this Four of Swords, which it's also the Sage, which I also pulled for the full moon in an upright position. So this is saying, yes, we're continuing to look inward, and also after the full moon and the light of the moon begins to wane, it's natural that we start to draw inward again. So this is continuing to happen, and you know, again, this is kind of a time to rest, time to turn within, and also just to know that the rest is kind of coming to an end. Like there's going to be more activity. This reverse position is kind of saying, okay, you know. And also Aquarius moon might be feeling a little bit like, yeah, I'm ready to you know, it's nice to rest, and let's really learn from whatever it is we're turning inward for, because there are more things to do. And then we have the World, which is also reversed, and the World is saying, you know, you have everything you need, right? This is, so it's the four elements plus the fifth element here, which is beauty with a capital B. It's love. If you remember the movie, The Fifth Element, you know, love, right? The soul of the world. This is like the heartbeat of the world. The soul of the world is right here. And the anima mundi, right? So really that looking inward is imperative right now, because this is in reverse. There's definitely a completion happening. There's some kind of something is coming to a culmination, and it's a little bit more internal than like out there. Like, so some of these, if you're wrapping something up, it may not be public, or, you know, if it is, it's might be subdued. The other thing is it is a completion. There's like possibly a karmic completion. So there may be something that you've worked out in your soul, which is really good. Like, this is good. So it's really a time to kind of acknowledge what good has come in the last month and in the last 2.25 years. Now, you know, the last couple of years have been hard for everyone. And so we've had this like global experience, but like, what have you experienced internally? Like, now is the time to sort of review that. And, you know, also be aware, right? This is saying that all of your needs are met. And if you're not feeling that they are, you know, it's time to look at like what you need to do in order to have those needs met. Or like, what are your needs? You know, have you acknowledged them? So that is another internal thing. Like, you know, what does your inner guidance tell you that you actually need? And how you can get those things. Finally, I just want to say, Uranus which is the ruler of Aquarius, is in Taurus right now. And Uranus is like, Uranus kind of shakes things up. Like, we don't always know what is going to happen when Uranus is aspecting things, or, you know, it's like the lightning strike. It's our nervous system. It's it's erratic. And Taurus is very stable, so there's a lot of tension with Uranus and Taurus. And so this Aquarian energy may be kind of touching on some of that. I mean, it's still several degrees away from where Uranus is in Taurus, but you know, there could be that like kind of radio frequency where the moon, you know, is kind of picking up on that like underlying electricity. So there's been there's a lot of change happening in the Taurus part of the zodiac, and like a lot of new things are coming in, like you know, Taurus is like art and beauty and money and what we value and how we like to be valued. So you may be like experiencing some of those, might be some of the things that are like coming into mind for you, or some of the things you might want to look at with this moon. You know, what are you like harvesting, what are you releasing, and what do you want to continue exploring? If you're feeling so also, right, we've been in this kind of stillness, like Aries kind of had that, a lot of pushback last month with like Aries wanting to move forward, but it's like, you know, wait. Now we're in this more mellow sign of Taurus, and we have these two cards that are saying, you know, some of this stuff is this is like internal, and yet this kind of meditative state is sort of going to come to an end. So like, really, what can you like really let yourself learn from it? And if you feel like, oh, kind of like sitting still is kind of rough, like move your body, let your body move. The world is always like, there's always a dance happening, you know? So like, maybe it's time to start to move your body very slowly. Like, what does it feel like to acknowledge what you're harvesting, right? And let yourself really embody it, especially even if it's not internal, even if it's something that you're being recognized for, that like everybody sees. How can you bring it into your body, right? There's definitely like the sitting and breathing, but you know, where are you feeling tension? Like, where can you move your body? How can you move your body? Can you like let this internal experience also be a sensual experience? Okay. Well, I hope you have a great week, and start to think, you know, as you kind of feel what's been going on for you for the last month and the last 2.25 years, like, what do you want to continue exploring? Can you let that exploration move from the mental realm into your body? And then as we come to the Taurus new moon, like, how do you want to experience that? Okay. I hope this was a good reading for you. Hope you have a wonderful week. And if you'd like to get a reading with me, you can reach me at holly-troy.com/tarot, or DM me, or, you know, all the ways you can do that. See my link. Have a great week, and I'll see you next week. Take care.